Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, friends. This is Prasanna Kumar on behalf of Fatal Brands. Today we had the pleasure of, you know, having a book launch, and technically speaking, it's not a book launch but a book presentation, I would say. Uh, Indeed, it's a momentous moment for the Fatal Brands and the group. The book as is penned by honorable and distinguished personality, a scholar, a notable writer, teacher, retired teacher, Mr. Kalipada Ghosh. And then the name of the book is Songs of My Soul, which is already released and is available on major platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, and other. We have with us Dr. Anna Maria Manuel Rosa, and also we were supposed to be joined by Janet Tibricio and Professor Indranil and some other distinguished guests to grace the occasion and to say to delve on the book that's been penned by Kalipada Ghosh. Before asking Kalipada Ghosh and Dr. Anna Maria Manuela Rose, I would briefly, I would introduce him with his bio. As you all know, many of us know who he is and how active he is, the Kalipada Ghosh. So here is his bio. Kalipada Ghosh is a retired headmaster, has done his MPhil, MA in English and Bengali. He is a bilingual poet, international critic, essayist, translator, humanist, orator, educationist, and he penned authored over 10 books of poems in English and Bengali as well, including Waves of Heart. The main theme of the poetry is his main theme of the poetry is based on nature, man, humanity, love, world peace, anti-war, social issues, and that touches upon it's like metaphorical, metaphysical, philosophical, romantic, as well as realistic, very realistic. And his poem is very simple, and he just uses simple words, and and that reaches to the hearts of the readers, and it can easily be grasped by common uh, you know uh, common man. I mean, if you could say, uh, he's an advocate of human rights, humanity, and women empowerment, and he's a surrealist poet. That's what he called himself as. And he has several anthologies to his credit, international and national, and he was awarded Order of Shakespeare, Kairat Gusnau Medal, and that's all from motivational strips. Also one of the uh, largest platform poetry platform on Facebook, and he's been awarded as World Icon of Literature, Guardian of World Literature Award, Nobel Peace Personality Award, Certificate of Honor awarded by Gujarat Sahitya Academy on 75th of Independence Day in association with motivational strips, and Kobe Nityananda Smriti Award, Heritage Head of Heaven International, and many Poetry International awards to name a few. He has been awarded certificate of World Directory of Literature, History, Art, and Culture for literature for his recognized merits in the literary and cultural fields. And many other international platforms and poetry groups also have recognized his service towards literature. And he has been awarded and distinction from Spanish and Mexican, the groups and literary platforms, which among is we have uh, Eureka with us, is such a scholar. She would be, called upon to say few words in a while. So, so and his poetry has been translated in English, Hindi, Russian, Swedish, Bolivian, Bosnian, Italian, Spanish, Albanian, French, and Swedish, and he got more than dozen languages, international languages. He is in the administration and acting as a critical reviewer, jury member, admin, moderator, and coordinator for different literary online and offline platforms of literary and cultural groups. And as said by and some of his magazines that are some of his poems that have been published in esteemed magazines that are Bharat Vision, Azhar, Revistica, CPE International Literary Journal, Sicilis, Silk Road Anthology, Cairo, Egypt, Argentina, and many other in home and abroad. And his poetry is being recited in many international and TV channels for program recitations and speeches. And he regularly delivers lectures, speeches, to motivate the young, poets, young students. Uh, he always participates in international poetry festivals and uh, literary and spiritual related activities. He's a critic as well. His literary criticism has been acclaimed and admired across the globe and across the globe. And so he has criticized many of great poems of world poetic visuals, and uh, and he's also been featured as a contemporary world poet by poetry and literary world vision of esteemed group poetic platform. So that was something about our distinguished personality who penned our songs of my soul, which I am holding right now. This came after Whispers of the Soul. Right after Whispers of Soul, some of his poems have been really been simple, but they are very heart touching and very realistic, and you could feel the wisp of and the waft of the poem. There's such a flavor that is he penned into. I mean, that gone into. So that was something about that I introduced Kalipada Ghosh sir. Now I would request Kalipada Ghosh sir uh, uh, to introduce the book, and before asking um, that are Anna Maria Manuela Rosa and Eureka Tibdesio. Kalipada Ghosh sir, kindly turn on your mic. Sir, kindly turn on your mic. Sir, kindly turn on your mic.
Hello. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes, sir. Please.
At the outset, I express my heartfelt gratitude and thankfulness to the world poet Kumar Prasannaji, my brother, to act as the host of the book launch performance. And next, I would express my heartfelt gratitude and thankfulness to the world poetess, Dr. Anna Maria Manuel Rosa, the guest of honor, for his kind presence in the book launch performance, in the evening. I express my heartfelt gratitude to her for his kind presence in the book launch ceremony. I am honored to have been hosted by the great poet Kumar Prasannaji for his kind approval to host the book launch ceremony in the evening, in the auspicious evening. And my book, Songs of My Soul, the book Songs of My Soul is a metaphysical book of poems written by myself, Kalipata Ghosh, a bilingual poet hailing from West Bengal, India. I am a reader and then I am a poet. A poet should be a reader at first, and after that, he gathers experience of life, of society, of his environment, of the world scenario, and to write his writings in the form of poetry or essays or novels or stories, etc. He gathers experience of life from the world scenario, the happenings of the world, which are happening day by day. We are experiencing the war situation between Ukraine and Russia. And the poet's obligation is to write something in favor of peace. We should hug peace and hate war. We should hug peace and hate war. And the poet's obligation is to write something in favor of the goodness of the society, for the welfare of the society. And in connection with this, my poems, my poetry book, Songs of My Soul, is a metaphysical book of poems. The term metaphysical is coined by Dr. Johnson, the 18th century essayist, thinker, and prose writer. And metaphysical, physical, which does not reach the reality. It deals with the reality, the abstract. The poems in the book are all through the metaphysical, spiritual, and it is based upon the metaphysical concepts. Metaphysical poetry is a group of poems that share common characteristics. They are highly intellectualized. They are highly intellectualized and full of imagery. Use frequent paradoxes. These are not similar or synonymous, but paradoxical, and contains extremely complicated thought. The being God, the supreme power, has been delineated by the poet as the supreme power, the supreme entity, the being, the cosmic beauty, light, fragrance. The cosmic light, beauty, and fragrance. A thing of beauty is joy forever, kids. A thing of beauty, which is abstract, but it has been personified as the entity of a woman. Whenever we think beauty, we imagine flower, woman, the sublimity of soul, the heavenly pleasure, the ecstatic joy, ecstatic beauty, and sublimity also. So, there is the essence of entity, the sublimity, the supreme soul, the soul inherent in our body. The body perishes, but the soul survives. If we analyze the poems of the metaphysical poems, first we have to grasp the idea of metaphysical thoughts, metaphysical concepts, metaphysical conceits. The intellectual concepts, the beauty, the supreme beauty, love. The best representative poet of metaphysical poetry is John Donne. John Donne, in his best poem, Canonization, we find the lovers who are extremely involved in profane love, but it has been transferred into the sainthood. This is the paradox. In our mundane life, love has been sexualized, but it has been beautified, it has been sublimated, it has been the supreme thing of our universe. The love between mother and son, the love of two lovers, the love of nature, all the themes are love, but this love has different dimension. Love has been diversified in different dimension. So, love is the entity of the metaphysical concept, love. And light is the enlightenment of soul, enlightenment of thought, enlightenment of ideas, and sublimation of thought. So, in these metaphysical poems, we find the basic concepts of metaphysical, which is the abstract, which is the reality, which is beyond physics, which physics does not reveal the mysterious aspects of nature, the mysterious cosmic beauty, the galaxies, the meteors, the planets, the planetary systems, time-space continuum, Einstein's theory. So, it is beyond our capacity. It is beyond our reach. The richness of the metaphysical poetry is sublime. So, John Donne is the representative poet of the metaphysical school of poetry. Crosso, Vaughan, Thoughts in a Garden, the poem we have read in our honors course, Thoughts in a Garden. The garden is a beautiful garden. Heavenly pleasure, heavenly beauty is there. Our thoughts will be sublimated. Our thoughts will be elevated. Our thoughts will reach to the sublime height. Our thoughts will reach to the sublime height. Whenever we read the poem Thoughts in a Garden by Bhogan. And today I have read in 1996, Wisla Szymborska, a poetess in Poland, was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. In her poem, Wild Iris, I have translated a few part of his poetry, The Poetess of Poland, from life's epicenter, waking up the divine spring, fountain, Jhorna, with the color of turquoise blue and shadowing on the blue ocean. A fine imagery, a fine extract of her poem, Iris, Wild Iris, wild, beyond the capacity. It is in the height of nature. It is in the midst of nature. Awesome. And it is very, very mysterious. Very, very thought-provoking. And we find the clue of miraculousness. From life's epicenter, waking up the divine spring with the color of turquoise blue, shadowing on the blue ocean. This is very, very fundamental idea. And this is the metaphysical poetry. Our thoughts will be elevated. Our thoughts will be sublimated. And our mundane life will be paradoxical. In one hand, it is day-to-day life, but on the other hand, it is sublime. It is soulful. It is elevating. It will reach beyond our thoughts and imagination, which is metaphysics. Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy. This is the branch of philosophy, but it is dealing with abstract ideas that studies the fundamental nature of reality. Fundamental, not day-to-day reality, but fundamental. The inner being of our soul, the supreme God, the enlightenment, the light, the sun, the moon, the planetary system, the galaxies, the bathing of the stars in the galaxies, are very, very soulful, very, very thought-provoking, and which catches our imagination. And we ponder over the abstract things, which is mysterious, which is sublime, which is elevating. We are taken aback, we are wondered, we are awe-inspiring. And this is metaphysical poetry.
Thank you.
If we read the poems of my book, we find the enlightenment, the supreme soul, the light, the cosmic fragrance, the cosmic light, which are permeating and pervading the whole universe. This is the abstract thing. This is the reality of our soul. And this book has been acclaimed as my masterpiece, as some critics have written and proclaimed as the masterpiece. And a book and another book is yet to be published, and next month it will be published from Bangalore. The Waves of Heart, the Waves of Heart.
All the best for that upcoming.
So
I
there
would
is a purpose. What is the purpose? Our purpose is to render service to the mankind, to hug peace in this chaotic world. The warfare is going on between Russia and Ukraine. The loss of human lives, the bloodshed, the mad cry of sirens. We are very shocked. We, the poets, are very shocked. We are very grieved. Such and such human lives are extinguished day by day, and we are comforting ourselves in our home, but the children are dying day by day. The lives are extinguished. The light of the universe are extinguished. We are in a utter darkness. The horrors of war. The horrors of war. And we pity for the war. And we pity for the war. They are dragons. We are helpless. We are helpless, but we have a pain to write with. Pain is the mightier than the soul. We have to protest against this. This is poetry. This is the obligations of the poets, world poets, to protest against the injustice, the inequality, the women empowerment, the injustice of the society, the molestation of the women, the molestations of the women in society. So, we must raise our voice. We must raise our voice against injustice, against inequality of the society, the malpractices of the society, the maldistribution of the society, so on and so forth. And in this scenario, we have a lot of obligations, lot of problems therein, and we have to solve one by one through our writings, through our pain, mighty pain. And this is the purpose.
exactly, sir. Exactly. It has to be.
My
Uh, before continuing your book presentation, I would we have with us a beautiful souls, so we're distinguished personalities who graced, who graced our occasion. I would introduce Dr. Maria Manuela Rosa. Dr. Ana Maria Manuela Rosa is from San Rafael, Mendoza, Argentina. She's a bromatologist, English as well as second language tutor in virtual environments. Literary corrector, anthologist, translator from Spanish to English and vice versa. Editor and writer. She has 22 books and has participated in 120 anthologies. She is also a writer, novelist, poet, short story writer, researcher, historian, and international speaker. She has 3 doctor honoris causa, 1 master honoris causa, recognition order of Cervantes Medal, and Kairat Dushnau. Medal and Academy of Gujarat, India in 2020 and 21. Here is that's the small bio of Miss Honorable Guest Dr. Anna Maria Manuela Rosa. Now I would request Anna Maria to say a few words about the book Songs of Soul and Kalipada Ghosh and Devadev. Over to you, Anna Maria.
Well, thank you for inviting me. To you, Mr. Prasanna Kumar and Mr. Kalipada Ghosh. I am very happy to be here, and I know Janet, Eureka, Tiburcio Marquez. We are friends. Well, we have the same language too, and we live in America. We are so far. Well, the literature and the poetry join us today. Well, I don't read all the book. I'm sincere, but the first that I could read, I wrote something about this book. The poetry collection of the author Songs of My Soul, Kalipada Ghosh, reflects the light of the quality of the poet's soul. The illumination of his words outlines his feelings that he sees beyond the thoughts that describe the love that everyone wishes to have, pure, serene, and wonderful, that gladdens the soul. He describes the wonder of nature in a spring garden delicately. Poems of great philosophical depth that touches the bottom of the soul regarding the miracle of existence. Thoughts of great significance of his own being that lie in the author on topics so touched on and great importance such as the magic of love and live um, because it reflects his feelings, love and life so captivating that he, with the respect and sincerity that characterizes him, give them a place and refuge in his soul. It is very deep book, an amalgamated mixture of mysticism, metaphysics, philosophy, poetically, musical, where the harmonic of the message, the magic of the East, the realism of the West, pictorial beauty, perceiving an exquisite perfume, vibrations like the notes dancing on the pentagram of a sweet musical score, as the reading of his poems reaches the soul of the readers. He manages to draw in the imagination the natural panorama in a virtual imaginary picture, that the retina is the painter that remains in the memory. An ingenious, artistic, fantastic, meticulous book where no component of the sense is missing. Colors and tones, flavors, aromas, and exquisite fragrance, delicious taste, the acoustic of familiar sounds, the images conveyed in words from the writer's pen, the softness of the touch of feelings in the warmth of delicate and beautiful words. The pen loaded with the cosmic ink in the mystical and real and unknown embroidered in a plot where love, feelings, and rays of the light reflect the angelic sides of the noble and respectful soul. The poetic messages are an echo of the soul and a journey to the feelings. They are poems with their own music. It's all peace and a very beautiful book. That's I can say for today. It's
Thank
very
you.
nice book. I will read complete.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for, honoring this event of book launch, penned by uh, Kalipada Ghosh. Such a respect and such a, love towards his work. Thank you for, once again.
Thank you to you.
Thank you.
I
Uh,
hope you understand all
yes,
I I say.
yes, it's perfect. It's clear. Now I would uh, turn to the next guest of honor, and she's a poet, teacher, writer, architect. She usually known as uh, Janet Eureka, but Janet Tibricia Marquez is her name, and if I'm not wrong, she's incomparable, compared to when it comes to her work. She's been in the work for decades. She's been effortless, consistently been working towards literature and, kind of in the cultural field. Uh, and she had a brilliant contribution in the education, art, and peace, some of the areas that she had worked in. And she is considered to be a truly icon of Mexico and a world poet, I would say. She's a president of Thousand Minds for Mexico. That is, literally translated, in English as, it is Mil Mentes por Mexico. It is, Deputy President of World Academy of Literature, History, Art and Culture, and World Executive Secretary of Hispanic World of Union of Writers, CEO of UNACCC, Central and South America, International Rector of University of the Nations for the Quality Education, Director of Mexico Femendo FAP for the Training and Global Teacher Update, General Director of the University Corporate Intelligence, Educa, Editor of Publishing House Mexicanos, and Red de Mil Mentes por Mexico International. That is, a small introduction of the honorable guest, Eureka. Uh, yes, I would request honorable guest Eureka to say a few words uh, on the occasion of the book launch, on the book presentation, I would say. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you for all. And I say hello, my dear brother, Mar Prasanna, for this introduction of my gratitude. And I say hello to the doctor, Ana Maria Manuel Rosa. I'm really excited to be here, to privileged to be here in the presentation of the great humanitarian header of Figure of the Peace, my brother, the Dr. Kalipada Ghosh. Thanks for this master of the book. It's a great contribution to the humanity. Really, uh, I am happy. Your work is absolutely fabulous. Is poetry is impressive. It is really the great quality in the war of the peace, uh, for the progress of national and humanity, and the reform of the critical poetry with the humanitarian and environment times to call to cultivate the soul, to forget the war with the metaphysic and with the poetry in the favor of the humanity is really, really one privilege. And I want to tell in this moment, in Global Alliances is the selection of 10 personality in the world for the Grammy Award. And today I have the name of Kalipada Ghosh for the reconnaissance of the UNFCCC Central and South America with the great honor of Nation Unit. In this day, in name of my President Dr. Rahat Sharma, Dr. Francisco Javier Ramirez, and the great personality of the Dr. Carlos Hugo Garrido Chalem, and Dr. Eduardo Carrion, I and me, we say congratulations for this book, great piece, masterpiece for the humanity, and congratulations for this award of our family. Thanks for the invitation, and we're really, really excited to read in America your book very soon.
It's such a privilege having you on board and listening to your words of, you know, and praise. Thank you, ma'am. We also have with us, on the audience, well-known, reputed poet of international repute and a very subtle poet. I would say, I would request Mr. Honorable Sai Prakash uh, sir, to say few words on the occasion. Welcome,
Yeah,
sir.
good evening, Prasanna. Thank you very much for the invite. In fact, it's a great opportunity to share my views regarding a great poet, a fellow Indian poet of international repute, Kalipada Ghosh. He's maybe his experience as a headmaster teaching children over years, really more than 30 years of his service, made him a great poet. Not only that, you can see he's an exponent of various subjects. Not a single. He's never confined to a single subject. He's a wonderful poet. More of off late writing metaphysical poetry of cosmic nature. It is in fact a great opportunity to interact with him on various counts. And in fact, I have written a few reviews on his wonderful poems also with that particular experience. Because while writing a review, you should go through not only the lines that are written by the poet, but also his psyche. So he's a wonderful poet of really a poet laureate, born in the same place where our first Asiatic Nobel Prize winner in literature, Rabindranath Tagore, was born. So these are a few words that I wanted to really share with you. And in fact, I have, if with your permission, I have a wonderful book titled "Whisper of My Soul," written by Kalipada Das. I always revere him as a elder brother to me, and he reciprocates the same love. If permitted, I will read the first poem of that particular book. Prasanna, I hope you will
Yes.
permit me. The title of the poem is "Road Taken." Uh, it's a wonderful, wonderful poem which I always cherish to share with my sons, because in contemporary level of English poets, Indo-Anglian poets, I always respect Kalipada Ghosh, and it is an example for my favor towards him. That is, "Road Taken" is the title of the poem. Who knows the right direction? I know not. Perhaps the road gone to the forest on either side, full of prickles and bushes, always fascinating greeneries and step to the road and miss my way. There's a drizzling, black clouds darkening the sky. I see the birds perching and preening their feathers, wildflowers blossoming and withering, and the falling of yellow leaves. Squiggling road, indecisive by the side, a low marshy land with knee-deep water full of red lilies, thinking to be the stars twinkling, the sunset crimson hues squinting, as if squeezing and embracing me. All on a sudden, a light leading me to the right direction, and I take the turning fork of the road, a light awakening my soul. Thank you very much, Prasanna, for this wonderful opportunity to recite uh, uh, the present day's what I call a metaphysical poet, Kalipada Ghosh. Kalipada Ghosh, I congratulate you on being this international forum now. Thank you very much, Prasanna. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks. Sorry, such a surprising gift for us to be having you on the dais, as a, uh, a special guest. So,
My pleasure and honor. My pleasure.
really wonderful words you have spoken about, Kalipada Ghosh. Really, um, very true about him. And now I would, as a final, before winding up, I would request Kalipada sir to say final words uh, uh, to the, to the distinguished and addressing distinguished personalities that is present over here, and you could wind up and give a vote of thanks to the participants present here. Thank you, sir. Sir, kindly turn on your mic. Sir, kindly turn on your mic. Mic. Kindly turn on your mic.
The consciousness within our soul, and it is the divine gift. We are conscious with the divine gift, enlightenment. So, spiritual consciousness. This is the term consciousness and transformation. Consciousness and transformation. Spiritual consciousness and enlightenment. I am looking for him. Him symbolizes God himself. I am looking for him, indivisible, invisible, visible. Paradox. Invisible, visible. Though he is invisible but visible. In every brick, wood, stone, etc. In every living or inanimate or animate objects. Imperceptible, perceptible. And illumination. A light of the universe. Fragrance and cosmic beauty. Embodiment of love, mercy, and compassion. Delicate heart and soul, enormous potentiality, a glittering light, a vast cosmos, the sun and his orbit, all in their rotating process, all in their rotating, they are harmonious whole. They are rotating in a harmonious universe, harmonious. Galaxy, black hole, stars, planets, moon, earth, nature, and her beauty. Oceans, rivers, mountains, hills, and valleys. Forests and jungles, tides and ebbs, seasonal changes, natural calamities. All are happening in this universe, but they are happening in a harmonious whole, which is governed by the supreme authority, which is governed by the supreme authority. And this is the consciousness. This is the consciousness, this is the enlightenment. A continuous creativity, in nature and cosmos, time, space, and continuity. Time, space, and continuity. If we read Eliot, T.S. Eliot, time is not divisible, it is indivisible. By present, past, and future are contained in time present. Present, past, and future are not divisible, but indivisible and are contained in present. So, a continuous creativity in nature and cosmos, time, space, and continuity. Miraculous and mysterious happenings, a continuous process. A spiritual consciousness. This consciousness should be imbibed in our soul, in our thoughts, to be sublimated, to be elevated. A spiritual consciousness and light and energy pervading and permeating the whole universe and awakening. This is the awakening of our soul. This is the awakening of our soul, of spiritual consciousness, ecstasy, and enlightenment. Love, truth. Love, truth. Love means truth. Truth means love. Beauty is truth, truth, beauty, kids. Beauty is truth, truth, beauty, kids. In his Nightingale. So, this cosmic fragrance, beauty, consciousness, enlightenment is governed by the Supreme Soul, Supreme God. And this is enlightenment. This is the enlightenment of our soul. This will elevate our soul and sublimity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Before that, before concluding, let's hold the book and thanks our guest to for guessing the question, Songs of Soul. Wish this book be reaching the largest section of audience, and you could thus be spreading across. I thanks once again for Dr. Anna Maria Manuela Rosa, Eureka Tibricio, Sai Prakash sir, for coming up and gracing the event and making this moment memorable. And thank you, sir. Thank you.
I
For
would express my heartfelt gratitude and thankfulness to the chief guest, Anna Maria Manuel Rosa, my sister, and Jene Diurica Tibarcio, my sister, great educationist, teacher, architect, and world poet, and world organizer of poetry, and Sai Prakash ji, my brother, and chief host, my brother Kumar Prasanna ji. I express my heartfelt gratitude and thankfulness to all for their kind presence at the book launch ceremony in the auspicious evening. Thanks to all. My regards and thanks to all. Thanks.
thank you, sir. Thank you.